Okay, so we are out here testing this beam, and what we're looking at here are the tops of trees, and those trees are approximately 80 yards from where I'm at. Now, I know it's going to be difficult because we got a lot of corn right here, and this corn is 7 foot tall. But I'm going to go right down this fence row, and you can see the tops of those trees, and that's a little over 100 yards there. And then there's some trees right there. We're getting 120, 130. At the end of this fence row, I do have a tree stand for hunting, and that is approximately 300 yards from where we're at right now. So it's kind of hard to see that tree, but again, we are low, and the corn is pretty tall, so it's a little bit of a challenge. But right there at the end of that light should be about 300 yards, and I really can't see that tree lighting up the way that I had anticipated. There's another tree right over here. That's about 400 yards out. You can see these telephone poles. That telephone pole is approximately 250 yards from where I'm at. And here's another telephone pole right here, which is maybe 100 yards from where I'm at. There's 150 yards between these two poles, so we're looking at approximately 250 right there. And then we'll look for the other pole, and I can see the other pole right there, and so that is that's an easy 300 yards. So this is the DARKBEAM 6000 lumen flashlight. Now they make some pretty heavy claims with this flashlight, and we're going to put them to the test tonight. But first, I want to talk about some of those claims right here in the studio. I want to show you the flashlight, talk about it for a minute, and then we're going to check this out tonight and see if it is all that it's cracked up to be. So this is just about 6.5 inches, weighs about 8 ounces. It does have the power button here in the middle, and then it also has a flash button here right on top of it. And so you're going to get 5 different modes. You're going to get a high beam, medium beam, low beam. Then you're also going to get a strobe and an SOS. So I'm going to show you that here in just a second. But before we do, you want to make sure that if you happen to get one of these, the first thing you do is remove the tail, and under the tail is the battery, and right on top of that is a little piece of insulation that tells you to remove before using. So remove that little piece of insulation, and then you're going to be fine. Now it does have a little wrist strap there if you want to use that so that you don't drop it if you're out hiking or camping or biking or what have you. Also does have a hidden charge port here, and that hidden charge port is in the focal lens, and you can hear that click. I really like that, so it's not just a really smooth, smooth turns where you can change your aperture to wide or tight. Right underneath here is the charge port, and it is a USB-C charging cable, and they do give you the charging cable to go with that. They do not give you the wall adapter, but everybody's got a wall adapter, so no big deal there. All right, so we're first going to take a look here. There is the tight aperture right there. That's the high beam, medium, and low. You can't see that in the camera, I know that. Here is your strobe, then your SOS, and then off. So when we turn that on, we can also change that aperture to really wide if we want to, and then we can go back in. Now again, they do claim 6,000 lumens. Now on the 6,000 lumens, you should be able to light up a 300 square foot room. And I think that as wide as this aperture goes, I think that you really could light up an entire room. Now it also does say that when you tighten up that aperture and make a really tight beam, that this will illuminate up to 1,000 meters. Now 1,000 meters is going to be just a little over 1,000 yards. So tonight we're going to take this outside, and I'm only going to test it at 400 yards to see if the 6,000 lumens are a true lumen or if it's just an estimate. I find it really hard to be real accurate on lumens, and so with this 6,000, we're going to see if we can reach out 400 yards. So now the charge time on this is about 4 hours, and then you're also going to get about 4 hours of use. So you can see here on the side, you do have a battery indicator with 4 dots. Each dot, of course, is going to be 25%. So all 4 of them, you got 100% battery, 75, 50, and then 25, and then you're